Hi everyone, it's Sarah here. Today I'm going to be working in my Project Life album. Today is release day over at Studio Calico, so the new kits for September have just released. They just hit the shop. And this is actually the Documenter kit, which is called Out and About. And the kits this month are kind of adventure themed. So there's definitely an emphasis on kind of wilderness and being outdoors. As always, the kits are versatile enough that you can use it for whatever you're trying to document, but there are a lot of kind of sentiments and patterns that definitely have to do with kind of exploring and being in nature. So that's really great if you have some photos for national parks or hiking or anything that you're doing outside. This layout is actually from my 2014 album, so definitely a throwback. I'm not working on my current album here, but I've already documented a lot of our more recent kind of outdoor adventures with going to national parks and other hikes. So this was kind of a gap in my album, and I decided to go ahead and use this as an opportunity to fill that in. So I played around with the placement of a lot of the cards. I kind of keep coming back to it throughout this whole process. I go to stamp some things and fill in some other cards, but I do keep coming back to kind of rearranging the cards, and you'll see that I actually switch one out in my final photos. I actually decided right before I took the photos of the final project that I wanted to kind of switch it out. So you'll see that card keeps coming in and out. I love the chipboard pieces that were in the set this month. I ended up using probably about half of them on the layout. There were just so many good ones, and I've just learned that it's better to use them than to try to save them and spread them out amongst other projects, because I just have kind of product overload at a certain point. So I want to really use what I have, especially when I first get a kit. I love to try to use as much as I possibly can, which is definitely a huge contrast to how I used to be, because I would try to really spread things out. But now I just try to see if I can use at least one of everything, and I try to use it up before I break apart my kit and try to put everything kind of into my usual stash. So I'm working on my title card here. I'm spelling out Mount Baldy with the alpha stickers. There aren't a lot of letters, so you don't get a lot of duplicate letters, which worked out perfectly for this because I only had one of each letter in that title. But the good thing is, if you subscribe to both kits, the Traveler's Notebook and the Documenter kit, you get 2 of those sticker sheets. And that's true of sometimes the washi tape and sometimes some of the stickers. You will get them doubled up, and that's really helpful if you have something that you really like. You can just kind of add them to multiple projects, and I always find that I kind of go through the smaller embellishments pretty fast, so especially with alphas and things like that, it's really helpful to have some duplicates. So I'm adding that detail stamp. I really love the stamp set that was included in both of the kits. It's just kind of the perfect detail to add to the photos. I stamped directly on quite a few of the photos. I had some negative space since a lot of these are just nature photos. So I had kind of the sky area and kind of the bottom portion of some of the photos that I could add things to, which helped because I don't have a ton of space on here. This looks like a 12 by 12 layout, but actually it's 2 6 by 12 pages. I just don't have the page protectors behind it, but my 2014 album is the same size as my current album. So I am making this a flip-up pocket here. I had a little bit of trouble lining up my washi tape to make this into a flip pocket, so I end up having to redo this, and the second time I do it, I actually flip the washi tape the wrong way so the numbers go on upside down. But at that point I was just done with it. So I just left it how it was. It's on the inside of the pocket and it's not going to be a huge deal. But I did have that extra photo printed and I knew I wasn't going to use it on another project. So I decided to just include it in a flip up so that, I'm not wasting a photo and I don't have to worry about kind of keeping it in my stash. Just figuring out if I want to add anything else. I think I add a couple more stamps and then I'm going to call it done, and I will go ahead and share the final layout with you with the card switched out and the journaling added in. So here's a look at the final layout. I feel like that 3x4 card really did make a big difference. It just kind of ties in a little bit more of the green on the left-hand side and plays off that photo in the top right-hand corner. And I did add my journaling. So that completes this page. I hope that you enjoyed seeing how this layout came together. As always, I will link all of the products down in the description box, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.